So here we are, again 11th of August, and we're going to come through to the backyard from the front, the street. So here we go. This is just rock mulch with landscaping fabric underneath. We wanted to keep it simple. I did try some plantings at the front, but they all died. So I just dug them all up and covered them up with more fabric and put the stones back. So there's our gate. We've had a bit of heaving. Oh, these are the dwarf goat's beard. They do really well here, and they have such beautiful spire flowers. Again, this time it just gets everywhere. I think the birds spread it around, the seeds. One hosta does good, the other not so good. Started really well this spring, did come back. And my begonias are kind of rotting away here, so that's that. Not such a good display. We did have a fern that came back as a perennial in there, but this winter was very, very hard. And I think it killed it. It had enough. So we come up through here on the path, through the arbor. In front of us, we've got a little pot of wildflowers, which I'm sure will self-seed everywhere again. And a little basket with geraniums and a nice big spider web on the bird feeders, which I only fill in the winter. They have enough to eat during the summer around here, that is for sure. We've got a lovely, another 9 bark. And my Asiatic lilies are done. They're finished. And there's our rhubarb. And this is an Engelmann ivy, which is a Virginia creeper. Comes back every year, and it likes this arbor. It was a bit slow, but next year will be its 3rd year, so it should really do its thing. We bought a Carmen Jewel cherry tree this year. This will get to be about 6 feet tall. A fern there likes it way better than where it was. These little things here are called muscori, or grape hyacinths, and they are just stunning. Tiny little purple flowers in the spring. And I just leave them there this year because it's their 1st year, so that they can draw all of the strength back into the bulb and be even better next year. The strawberry bed. Some gladiolas. And under the dining room window, we have a red currant and some blue muffin viburnums, a few random hostas, and some more ferns, various pots, gerberas, herbs. And that's where all the herbs stay, by the dining room door. More pots, calla lilies and chervil, random stuff. These are going to the community garden. So here's our tomatoes. These are purple bumblebees. I think it's a bush variety. They've done really well. We've had quite a few tomatoes off that already. These are the green vernissage, another Baker Creek, just like the purple bumblebees. And these, Heritage Harvest. Look at the size of this tomato. That is a Reef Red Heart paste tomato. And that is the first one that developed. And we were wondering if these were going to do anything at all. They're so skinny here, but they have these massive tomatoes on them. So I thought that was pretty good. I'll definitely grow these again. Probably not like I've grown them here, but I'll do something similar. So, up to the back, past more Forster's grass and a false lamium. My little pot of begonias, they like it there. And the spirea, which is getting shaded out. It's not as big as it was last year. And There's a nice piece of aspen. We'll go over the fence into the waste ground. And this is Natasha, and this is Boris. I was saying yesterday, if we were staying here much longer, I would probably chop him down and give the Russian olive, a little more room. And that is a giant goat's beard, which is again getting shaded out. It's not even half the size it was last year, so we do have that issue as the trees get bigger. More shade. Back here, under the olive tree, we've got some Trillium grandiflorum. Not doing great, but it was an experiment. A fern, which never gets any bigger, and lots of daylilies. So the daylilies in the back always bloom later, and they are the same as the ones in the front. These are our dwarf blue spruces. Larry, Curly, and Mo. The tree stooges. We've got some coral bells. The varieties, I don't know what they are, but they're pretty much all different. This one here. Now, this one at the end, with the red flowers, that is called Coca-Cola, I believe, or Cherry Cola. And it has been in bloom all summer. Incredible. So this is our Japanese maple. I just love the helicopters on that. They're just amazing. And every year it changes so much. When we bought this, it was a little shrub and probably had about 12 branches, and I've turned it into a tree. Got rid of everything but this main leader here. It's got a nice split in it. It's very graceful. Very pretty, and in the autumn, as you can imagine, it's stunning. Oh, the leafcutter bees have been busy. And more hops. The backyard is west facing, so there's really not as much sun back here, and everything is delayed as a result. Now, ooh, tomatoes. Here's a variety I've never tried before. They're called Indigo Apple, and they're stunning. They're way bigger than apples. Just beautiful. These are another Baker Creek. This is Cosmonaut Volkov. Huge, massive tomatoes, really beautiful. And up. We have 16 varieties in the garden. Far too many to go into now. There's Mary Unger and Black Plum, Sweeties. And we go around the back of the pergola here. Got some green zebras, and this is a yellow brandywine. It is a potato leaf tomato, and this is the size of leaves. They're massive, like just massive. I've never grown a potato leaf variety before, and I will definitely do it again, but I'm definitely going to give it more room next year. It's gonna have like lots of headroom. Yeah, it's massive. It's a real late starter. This is the first tomato, and it's just tiny, and I know it's going to get huge if we don't get an early frost, that is. Some wildflowers. And these are the peppers. These are I think you've got 9 varieties in here. This is the hot pepper box in a cold frame. The cold pepper box is on the other side. That is shiso, which I also grew in the community garden. It's like 10 times bigger here. It likes the backyard and the compost way better than the community garden. Some more gladiolas up, way up. And then we got here, we got our smoker and a little deck. All right, so these are red pimento peppers. They're not red right now, but that's that. Ooh, and there's a spider web. And these are a black pepper, and the only one left is right in the middle. Let's see if I can get you there. Yeah, there we are. There we are. He's so pretty. And they're very tasty too. We've eaten those. And these are the red banana peppers, but they're yellow. Here's our black crims. We will get some splitting on these as they ripen, but there seem to be just splitting around the top this year. They do way better in the soil, but I couldn't have them in the community garden anymore as we have stink bugs. And the preference is I would rather have splitting tomatoes than tomatoes that are covered with little black spots. Like, and I mean covered. And here is our rose bush. It doesn't climb very well on its own. It is a climbing rose. It's called Henry Kelsey. You have to tie it to train it. Not much of it came back from last year, but it is only its second year. I expect it'll take off next year. The problem was we had such a hard winter, so it was super cold for extended periods of time, and the ground really, really did freeze hard. And then we've got these little self-seeding snapdragons, which are black prince, and I have some seeds. I started them indoors. All of them failed, but these guys survived that cold winter and just prefer not to be treated so nice, I guess. So that's what we'll do from now on. We'll just put the seeds right in the ground in the new garden next year. And there's a centipod and our little mountain ash. I'm gonna really miss that tree. And again, there's the rhubarb and the patch from the other side. And that is our backyard, August 11th, 2018.